What's your personal recession indicator?
Recession indicator number 59. I ordered food last night. Opened the door, delivered by a white woman.
Skinny talk is on the rise.
You know what's another recession indicator? The type of snacks that you have at the office. Now all we got is some Coke and some Cheez-Its.
My grandmother has sent me $20 for Easter every single year. And this year, nothing.
Yo, you know the world has already gone downhill if you come to Dollar Tree for some groceries and you still spend like $40.
But I just noticed that somebody put $2 in their tank. We in a real recession.
Guys, you know society's in rough shape when people start reverting back to committing crimes from 1995. From the 90s, because I just saw a man snatch a purse this morning.
Okay, so I just stumbled upon a popular trend on these internet streets, and I need to talk about it because it's actually pretty hilarious, but also a little bit concerning. According to prediction markets on Kalshi, and no, they do not sponsor this video, the probability of a 2026 US recession has surged to nearly 40%, nearly doubling from early March. While experts are split, TikTok users have started pointing out what they're calling recession indicators. Not like official economic data or anything serious, no stock market charts, no expert analysis, but the most random, oddly specific signs that feel like a recession might actually be coming. And the funny part is, some of them kind of make sense. So without further ado, let's get into the first clip. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
If you want to know how the economy is doing, check with the sh**ers in the house. That's where the money stops coming in first. Trust me, I used to know.
I feel like as a dollar tripper, one of the first places that you are ever going to notice a recession happening is in a spicy club. One of the most telltale signs that we are in a recession is, as a dancer, I used to constantly get asked by customers where they can hit the slopes in the club, if you know what I'm saying. I haven't been asked that question in months, nor am I seeing customers do it as much, which just goes to tell me they can't afford this anymore. I think we're really in a recession.
All the I know in Las Vegas and some of the ones I follow on social media are saying similar things about how the clientele is not tipping in the club the way that they used to. Regular servers and bartenders are also saying that they're receiving less tips overall. The stats are all there to prove that people are shopping less, people are eating out less, and people are just spending less money on consumerism. Secondly, the CDC just reported that women are having less babies, and honestly, the economy is one of the biggest reasons why. I have a very long list of reasons of why I am never bringing children onto this planet, but people are financially struggling right now, moving back in with their parents, living paycheck to paycheck, losing their jobs to AI. The idea of bringing kids into this world to struggle and suffer does not sound enticing in the slightest.
Now heading straight into the comments, you'll see one commenter write, "It's called the index, and it's known to be more reliable than any economist or financial expert throughout history." Another commenter writes, "My homegirl texted me the other day talking about she was gonna drive Lyft because the clubs are empty as hell and they are running $69 bottle specials multiple days a week." Now before you start laughing, there is some truth to this. While Wall Street is still arguing over spreadsheets, the streets already know the truth before it hits. What these commenters are highlighting is called the index, which works because it tracks discretionary income in real time. Dancers from Vegas to New York City are reporting that customer to performer ratio has flipped from 5-to-1 to nearly 1-to-1. When the big spenders stop buying bottle service and other services and start nursing a single bottle of beer for 1 to 2 hours, they aren't just being cheap, they're signaling that the high-end consumer has officially tapped out. If you think the after-hours economy is crazy, wait until you see what's going on in broad daylight. Let's take a look at some of the scary things going on when the sun is actually up.
Another recession indicator that I have seen in the past since 2010 forward when I got into real estate, and this doesn't necessarily apply to real estate, it's how rude people become. People get desperate. They get a little desperate for money and they take their stresses out on you. I have been seeing just bad behaviors all over the board. Not necessarily from other agents, but just in professional spaces. I just think seeing people kind of unwind. I don't see people enjoying their hobbies as much. I don't see people talking about their hobbies as much. I don't see people really doing, like, all they do is just work, drive around, do side hustles, stay broke, stay miserable, and I think it's making a lot of people here in the United States very angry. And they're taking it out on each other. But give me your thoughts. Am I wrong? Am I crazy?
Gee, I was just about to pick this up and put my card in there, but I just noticed that somebody put $2 $2 in 18. We in a real recession. I hope you made it wherever you was trying to go, my boy. $2? $2.
Okay, so it's not always good to jump to conclusions, but there are several scenarios that could explain why someone would head to the gas station, throw a $2 bill on the counter, and head on his merry way. This individual could have run out of gas and just needed a small amount to fill his canister up, or we could be dealing with a brother on a budget. Either way, this man is on some diabolical time.
Recession indicator I haven't seen anybody address is at the gym. It doesn't matter what time it is anymore. It's always busy. It's just busy. Nobody's supposed to be anywhere no more. Nobody has jobs. So it's just we're all here. And the people who do have jobs, they're on their team's call, but ignoring it. It's muted, camera off. So like they're here, but you're really at work. This used to be a safe space for the truly unemployed. You get there, it's about 1 p.m., 2 p.m. It's just a bunch of different versions of you. Nobody has a haircut. Everyone's life is terrible. It's all in shambles. And we think we can fix it with calisthenics. It was good. We had a good thing going. But now there's way too many. We can't all not have a job. Somebody's got to work. Somebody has to cut out there. And if you wasn't feeling social, it was a safe period, right? It was after the morning workouts, those people go to their jobs, but it wasn't late enough that like the job lists are up. Like it was too early for them. It was around like 8:30 to like 10 would just kind of be a few of y'all. This economy is collapsing, and you can see it at the squat rack. Everybody has ass now. I'm walking around Midtown. Everybody has ass now.
We are 100% in a recession right now. In 2008, I was a personal trainer, and I noticed these two signs, which are actually happening right now. I just left the gym at 9:30 on a Tuesday morning, and it is absolutely packed with middle-aged men and women. So naturally, I strike up a conversation with two guys in the sauna, and they said both. They're like separate people, like didn't even come together. They said, yeah, I'm in between jobs. I got impacted by the tech layoffs. The other sign is personal trainers just sitting around the front desk or training each other or staff members. This happened in 2008 when clients basically kind of dried up. No one was paying for personal training because it was an extra expense. The trainers just kind of sat around the front desk, started to check people in, and tried to hold on to their job as much as they could, but they're not making any sort of money. So they start training themselves and other staff members. The government is lying to us about these unemployment numbers because I know for a fact that in 2008, this exact trend happened. Foreclosures were up, car repossessions were up, the gyms were packed with people with nothing to do in the middle of the day, personal training was down. You can listen to whatever unemployment data you want that the government spews out, but I know for a fact something's going on.
I have to agree. One of the hallmark indicators of safety in a neighborhood is if you drive by in the middle of the day and you see young moms pushing strollers and power walking. When you start to see a pack of young men out in the middle of the day and they have nothing better to do than to work out or just hang out in the corner, you need to lock your doors. You're not imagining it. The 10 a.m. gym rush is the new unemployment line. While the national unemployment rate sits at 4.3%, the rate for men aged 20 to 24 is nearly 60% higher at 6.7%. When you factor in the 13.7% jobless rate for teens trying to enter the workforce, it's clear the gym isn't just for gains. It's where young men are going because the entry-level job market is currently in a deep freeze. But it's even scarier than that. Some young men are even resorting to different methods of making ends meet.
Guys, society's in rough shape when people start reverting back to committing crimes from 1995, from the 90s, because I just saw a man snatch a purse this morning. A purse? It's giving Hey Arnold. It's giving After School Special. Dare I say George W. Bush Sr., the administration. I don't even think I was alive. Like, what are we doing? He's swinging a tote bag with his hood up, running around the train station. I was like, it's giving I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I've only ever seen something like that happen literally on like an episode of like Boy Meets World where they're trying to teach the boys a lesson and not to hang out with bad people. Like, I'm gagged right now. Yeah, see, you're never gonna catch me, coppers. See, like, what in the old-timey fuck is that?
Jumping into the comments for that video, one commenter writes, "My town had 3 bank robberies last month. I didn't realize that was still an option." Another one writes, "The economy is so bad, my car got stolen last year. The car thief only was able to drive my car 10 minutes from the original location because I didn't have enough gas in it for them to get any further." And another commenter writes, "Mind you, I can freeze my cards, and I don't carry cash, and my phone was probably in my hand, so you got Vaseline and a bag of kettle chips. Still not convinced we're in a recession?" Well, a couple of young ladies on TikTok have discovered another very interesting pattern going on amongst musicians. Let's check it out.
We really are in a recession, because why is Jay-Z going back to work? He's going back to rapping, you guys. The money is gone.
Number 2 is Beyonce tickets still being on sale. They're not sold out. And you remember how hard it was to get tickets for the I Am World Tour or the Mrs. Carter World Tour. You had to be on the website the second they were released. And even then you were lucky if you got tickets. The Cowboy Carter Tour is literally next month and tickets are still available. I get it, the music doesn't hit quite like it did before, but still, it's Beyonce.
This summer, there is a number of musicians going on tour, and a lot of people are saying that this is a key indicator that a recession is on the way. My OG followers already know. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. If you're not following the Black Test Society, please make sure to do so. This is a space in which pop culture, money, and real life meet. So the girls are talking, and they're saying that because so many celebrities are going on tour this summer, it is an indicator that the funds must be running low. Now, I do have to say that when I was looking into this story, there are a lot of summer concerts happening this summer, and it seems like everybody is going on tour. Now, this is just a little brief glimpse of some of the celebrities that will be on tour this summer. We have Bruno Mars, we have Ariana Grande, we have Jay-Z, we have Bad Bunny, we have Salt and Pepper, as well as En Vogue and even TLC, no shade on that. We also have Jill Scott and Diana Ross, to name a few. So people are starting to talk, and a lot of people think that this is a key recession indicator that many celebrities got to get back in the field because they too are being impacted by the current economy. I do think just because you are a celebrity does not mean you have money. And what's a recession indicator to me, and really tells me something that's going on behind the scenes, is when I see celebrities get on apps such as TikTok and they're doing battles day and night. To me, that is a red flag that the funds are not funded. Yeah, I don't necessarily think just because they're on tour, because I think that anybody that just knows the music industry even a little bit knows that most celebrities do not make the bulk of their money through or streaming, I should say, but instead they do make a lot of money when they actually go out on tour. So to me, that doesn't raise a red flag, but I want to know what you think. Get down in the comments and let me know. Do you think that this is a recession indicator that the funds are not funding even for celebrities, or do you think that this is just business as usual? Sound off in the comments.
The recession pop trend proves the music industry is recession resilient, even if it's not fully recession proof. It's a classic example of the lipstick effect, where people skip major life purchases to splurge on smaller luxuries like concerts for escapism. In 2008, we saw this when icons like Lady Gaga and Rihanna dominated the charts and tours during the crash. Today, we're seeing similar splurges with massive 2026 tours from artists like Dua Lipa, Charli XCX, and Sabrina Carpenter. This trend also extends to legacy acts as well. Jay-Z, who co-headlined the Heart of the City tour with Mary J. Blige during the 2008 crash, grossing over $34.2 million and becoming the most successful male-female R&B hip-hop tour of all time, is staging a major comeback this summer. He is set to headline Roots Picnic and an anniversary celebration at Yankee Stadium, where over 1.6 million people reportedly joined the ticket queue, causing resale prices to spike into the thousands. Meanwhile, older artists are providing further stability to the industry by releasing high-profile projects such as T.I., who is rolling out his final studio album called Kill the King. Essentially, when the economy gets ugly, the music gets louder. Because sometimes, fans would rather go broke for a night in a stadium than stare at their empty bank accounts, right? Huh? But while some are finding room in the budget for a stadium seat, millions more are being priced out of the cheap ticket prices entirely. What about people who can't afford a single night of escapism because they're struggling just to cover their day-to-day needs at the grocery store?
Yo, you know the world has already gone downhill if you come to Dollar Tree for some groceries and you still spend like $40. What? At Dollar Tree? For not 40 items? Oh.
New recession indicator just dropped. I work at a dental office and people keep mass canceling their appointments because everyone keeps losing their insurance coverage. Gee, I wonder what that could mean.
You know we're in hard times when this is chained to the table. That's fucked up, man. Look at this. shame on you for taking this.
Recession indicator, the rich don't want to be near you. I truly believe, and I'm seeing signs of this everywhere, where there are like new levels of exclusivity as people are like climbing the social ladder and trying to be around the rich, trying to be rich, all that stuff, trying to improve their lives. The people who are already in there, like the established rich and established wealthy, are moving away. There's like new tiers opening. Like airlines are now having more exclusive lounges that you can't get into with cards. Like there's just, it feels like each time, like the 90%, the 99% break that ceiling or at least crack it. The rich build like another level with another glass ceiling. I don't know. It's really funny. And I think it's about to be even more severe now that we're kind of in decline.
One comment says, they know we sharpen in the pitchforks. While another says, that's why diplomas all of a sudden are worthless. And this TikToker's point hits on a historical pattern called social distancing by wealth. During major crises from the 1918 flu to the 2008 crash, the wealthy don't just lose money. They physically and socially retreat to insulate themselves. We saw this during the Great Depression with lavish galas at the Waldorf Astoria, while bread lines formed blocks away, and again during the 2008 crash when executives bailed out firms like AIG and spent $440,000 on luxury spas and golf retreats, while millions lost their homes. Today, that private bubble is more expensive than ever. While families struggle with basics, over 1.6 million people flooded the queue of a Jay-Z Yankee Stadium show, where tickets average an eye-watering $834. To put that into context for you, ticket prices for Jay-Z and Mary J. Blige's 2008 Heart of the City tour ranged from $49 to $124. This intentional separation is a huge recession red flag because it shows that the people who are at the top are no longer invested in the same realities that everyone else is. They aren't just weathering the storm, they're building a fortress to watch it from a distance.
The biggest recession indicator to me right now is how people react when they find out somebody they know live at home with their family. Because back in the day, you were getting roasted. If you were in your 20s, early 30s, and you lived at home, you were getting cooked. If you watch them old movies, they be telling them, oh, you live at home with your mom, you're a loser, you're not going to get dates, you need to grow up, you need to become an adult. People are not moving like that anymore. You find out someone lives at home with their family in today's world, you like, so bro, you telling me that you don't pay rent and you got a good relationship with your parents? How did you do it? like people that turn living at home from being broke to, oh, I'm stacking. Like, bro, we live in the opposite day. The economy is cooked. It's cooked.
The economy is doing so bad. I remember when it used to be surprising to live at home with your parents. Now, people don't care. Now it's almost like expected if you're like under 27 to live with your parents. If anything, people are more shocked when you say, oh, you have your own place with no roommate? If that is not a recession indicator, I don't know what is. I literally saw a post that said people used to think if you had a roommate, you were gay. Women, I did not forget, a man having a roommate used to be a red flag, but if you're dating and you're under 25, you know no one has a house. They want to talk about the birth rate being low. There's nowhere to go. And if the girls wanted to have children, they couldn't. The economy is so bad. Is somebody working a full-time job right now in a relationship that they don't want to be in because they know that if they leave, they will be homeless? I had an interview for a retail position the other day. I saw the other applicant walk in as I was walking out. She had to be at least 90. I mean, if they want people to have kids while simultaneously making it hard for people to have kids, then they're gonna have to take away child labor laws because their kids are gonna have to start working as soon as possible to support themselves.
To wrap everything up, we've officially hit the failure to launch economy. Back in 2006, the idea of a grown man like Matthew McConaughey living with his parents was a hilarious movie plot. Today, it's just the Tuesday morning reality for millions of people in their 20s, 30s, and even 40s. What used to be a punchline in a rom-com is now a survival strategy, as skyrocketing rents have turned childhood bedrooms into the only affordable safety net left. Recent data shows just how widespread this is. As of 2026, roughly 33% of adults aged 18 to 34 are living with their parents. And for the first time, nearly 1 in 10 adults in their late 30s and early 40s have moved back home to weather the financial storm. Whether it's $800 concert tickets or the crowded 2 p.m. gym sessions, The indicators are all pointing to a generation that isn't just failing to launch. They're being grounded by an economy they didn't create. Well, that brings us to the end of our time here, guys. Do you have a favorite crash out? Be sure to write it in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Until our next crash out, see you next time.